Okay, I'm back with the makeup. As you know, it's cream makeup, so it'll be affected by the temperature. And so you want to make sure that if it's warm and you dip your brush in there, it might come off a little heavy. Or if you dip your finger in there, it might come off a little heavy. If it's cooler, like in the winter, sometimes it's harder to come off. It almost turns a little more waxy, and you can warm it up with like a hair dryer if you want. So what I'm going to start with is my setting spray. I'm going to shake it up, and I've got my perfector sponge, which I've gotten really wet and I've wrung out. So I'm going to spray that on. You can also put it in your hand and rub it on your face, but I have already done my my eye makeup, and don't forget I already put on my cream, which I let sit for like 20 minutes because it does have dimethicone. So you want to be sure if you're using any other products, like something underneath the makeup or something on top of the makeup, even powder has dimethicone in it, and that's a silicone, and that'll make cream makeup run. So what we're going to start with is we're going to start with color correcting. Your color corrector is we started with the Sunlit, and that's going to do your brown spots. So I have some brown spots here and I have some red spots. So you're going to use the end of your smudge brush, and you're going to dip it into your color corrector. These are my two color correctors, which we can take a look and make sure later if you need a second color corrector. So this first one, I do colors red. And I'm just going to put it on there. And I'm doing this on my phone, so I don't have a big mirror. Okay. Actually, your color corrector, is going to be for your brown spots. It's going to be the Candlelit. This is what we're going to put on your eyes. So Candlelit is for your brown spots. Sunlit is for that red violet around your eyes. You have some veins there, and then amber is your main. So I'm just color correcting because I've got a meeting soon. Okay. And I would color correct with this brush, and then you can put your makeup on later. You can put your makeup on with either your finger or a brush, and I'll show you how to do that. So I'm just going to kind of put it in there because it's going to get blended. But see how it cancels out my red, the Candlelit here should, if you put it on lightly and press it in, you're not swiping, should cover your brown spots. And you're going to just have to kind of go where your brown spots are. So let me see here. And I have a little melasma, which is what yours is. I have it right underneath my chin. Okay, let's see. All right, so for around your eyes, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take that brush, and I wipe it off on something, and you have right around your eyes, you have a little bit of red. I'm just going to use one of my highlights, but you're going to want to kind of stipple it in there, and the same thing kind of underneath your eye. You don't want to get it too thick, but you want to kind of try to erase any bit of that violet. And that's what the Sunlit's for, is for that violet purple. So this is your Sunlit. And yellow takes away purple and red. So let me go do this here. And you can just use the little end of this brush to kind of put it in there. And then we'll take and I'll get rid of those bags too. We will take either the Beauty Blender here in a minute, and we'll blend that out. And I know you have some brown stuff here, so that's what you're going to want to use your Candlelit for. I'm just going to take this brush and do a little spot correcting, a little color correcting. Okay. Now I have it blended. I'm just kind of putting it in there to do coverage. So you're going to want to do this before you do your eye makeup. Okay. And then you can take the Beauty Blender, and you just kind of stipple it You don't want to rub it. And if your Beauty Blender's wet, it's going to take it off. So make sure your Beauty Blender is dry. You get it wet, but you wring it out. And then I'm going to go ahead and do down here too. I have a lot of redness, so I have to, my skin's different than yours. I have to use different colors. And you want to be real careful underneath your eyes. Only color correct what you need. Do not just put a bunch of product down there because it will sit in those wrinkles. So that's why I'm using this Beauty Blender. Okay. So I've color corrected. Feel pretty good about that in this little teeny tiny mirror. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to contour, and your contour is olive. And I'm going to take the end of the brush. I'm not going to use olive because it's not my color. I'm going to get my color, which is indigo. And we're going to start contouring. And I'll do one side with the brush and I'll do one side with the finger so you can kind of see it. Let me speed this up here. Already 6 minutes in, so. But you'll get used to it. Here is my cheekbone. See that? I'm going to go right underneath it. And I'm not going to go very far in. I'm only going to go right where my pupil is. Right there. I'm going to contour my chin. And this will help with any like jowls. My earrings in the way. I'm going to stop right here. Because see, I have a natural shadow right there. I'm going to go down a little bit. And then I'm going to do my nose. Okay, and then I'm going to do the other side with my finger. So I look weird, I know. And what you want to do is you want to let this warm up to your face before you blend it. Okay. So you want to let your face, here's my, I'm going to go right underneath my cheekbone. Let your face warm it up. Because you don't want to start blending right away because it'll be splotchy and it'll come off. All right, go right here. And stop right at the part of my chin. And then I'll do this side of the nose. I like using the brush personally, but I just want to show you it can be put on both ways. Put a little bit here. And I did put a little chapstick on my lips before because you picked satin lip and cheek colors. You want to use that. Okay, so now what we're going to do is you've already used your sunlit for your eyes. You've already used that to counteract the red and the violet. You've already used your candlelit to counteract the, my mirror's acting funny, to counteract the dark spots. So amber is your main. So we're going to go ahead and go in with amber. If you were doing that, I don't use amber. I use sandy because I'm a little darker. So I'm going to go in, and this is what you call your foundation. So you're just going to start putting it where you want coverage. Okay. And a little goes a long way. And now I'm not going to go right here because we're going to use another color. Probably use your candlelit to go right there. Okay. And I'm going to do the other side with my finger. You can see how versatile it is. And don't dip too much. We can get it off if we need to, but we don't want to get too much on there. All right, so that is your main coverage, which is amber. And now what we'll do for your lighter color, I'm gonna go ahead and use candlelit again. And I'll go ahead and put it on me, but the lighter color You want to kind of go in here. And you might want to wipe this off after every time you use it. And then we're going to put a little bit here, and a little bit here, and a little bit here, and a little bit here. And then we're going to go down the nose, which will cover up some of my redness right here. All right, so we're going to let that warm up a minute. So far we've used these three. We've used your contour, and we've used this brush here. And I've also used my fingers. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna blend first, and then we'll put our lip and cheek on. So you have two brushes to blend with. You have your blush and bronzer brush, and you have your 3D. So the 3D is tighter. So I suggest starting with the 3D when you start blending. As you get a little better, I'd use this one. If you put too much product on, you're definitely going to use your 3D, and I'll show you how to use these two ends. This one we'll save for our lip and cheek. So I'm going to start by blending the contour first, okay, because it's warmed up enough, I think. All right, goal is to not rub it off, but just to kind of get it in there, and I'm going to push it up in my forehead and kind of keeping where you put it. We put it there for a reason, okay? All right, we'll get this side first. And we do sell a brush cleaner, which I will talk about. It doesn't have alcohol in it. You can clean these with soap and water, but try not to break the bristles. You have to be very delicate with them. All right. Okay. Get down here. All right. Let's see here. All right, okay. So the lighter, the smaller end is for like right around your eyes. Okay, right up here. Let's get that. Oh, I don't think I got this side of my nose. Oops, I went back to this side. Okay. You'll know if you miss a spot. Let me tell you, it'll look weird. All right, I'm gonna kind of get everything else with this side. And don't swipe too hard because it'll take all the product off. This, see how it already provides good coverage? I'm gonna go down there. All right, and I'm gonna stop the video, and I'm gonna come back with lip and cheek, but we have blended all that so far.